how she kind of led the transformation from more sort of a basic shop to a much more advanced shop. So it'd be thrilling to kind of hear you kind of see how you put that together. We also have Ellen. Ellen's also teaching a piece. She's an invited speaker for a class on customer experimentation. I don't know if Ellen, are you in a place to say hi? I don't want to put you on the spot.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm happy to say hello.
Great to have you.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much, Madan. Yeah, I mean, the environments I've come from, I've always been on the client side, and I've always been involved with offline plus online. And the way both businesses grew was via disparate systems. And so for me, it all starts with connecting and unifying the data. I am just an absolute zealot for really putting together all the pieces of a customer and unifying them so that you understand exactly how they engage, how frequently they engage, what tactics they're engaging over, and then looking at your marketing data through that lens.
Yeah.
You know, and for me,
finish your thought, Ellen.
You go ahead.
Now, I just want to point out for the class, this is a common problem. I think we're all talking about techniques that you can apply, but very likely when you go and like engage your data, it's going to feel incredibly fragmented, okay? So it is just the experience across the industry, because data has been like, collecting without any real oversight and governance for many, many years in your organizations. It's just stacking up from different places. So it feels a little bit like you're walking into a storage facility and there's stuff everywhere and you're trying to figure out to like organize it in a way that you can consume it, right? It kind of feels overwhelming. And Ellen's making that point where you want to get it to a place where you can actually consume it. And we're going to talk a lot about what are the governance best practices and how do you apply taxonomy to it, how to create classifications around the data so that it becomes more accessible for analysis, right? We're going to talk about that. But she's making a really good point where she wanted to bring that structure to the data so that you can actually apply a lot of the techniques that Gail applied and Ellen applied as part of the analysis. Okay. I'm sorry, finish your point, Ellen. You're in the middle of a sentence. I cut you off.
Yeah, I mean, just from my experience, the answers derived from all of the different methods of marketing attribution, the answers were different if the data was not clean and unified. There was so much danger in not cleaning and unifying that data, and that is unglamorous and truly like work that nobody wants to do. And so to look through a monocle versus looking through trifocals, it has to be done. It's not even a discussion point as far as I'm concerned. And then, for me, once you've done that, then you see who's engaged offline, who's engaged online, how are they engaged. You've got issues of seasonality in many of these businesses. And so, you launch what's the right attribution once you've laid out the foundation and it's clean.
Yeah, well said. The approach for the data governance and the data solution architecture, something we'll cover in module 7 or something like that, what data sets to look at, which data sets are stable, how do you bring them together? It's a big part of the science of attribution. Hopefully we'll address that and leave you guys with something to work with.